Is a big two-letter word, isn't it? Here we go now into the second game. Pete Weber going against Amleto Monacelli of Barquisimeto, Venezuela.
Well, advantage Pete Weber. Pete just needs a little confidence in the championship round after two disastrous tournaments, one in Las Vegas and one at the Quaker State, and he's off and rolling. Monacelli, I believe, is the toughest player among this field of five when he gets lined up. He can hold the pair, as we call it, for longer than any of these players. So let's see how he gets going in the early three frames.
Oh, what a kiss.
Little backdoor action there.
That was. Woo.
The classic style of Monacelli, that stutter 5.5-step delivery, the high backswing, very similar to Weber's, except he opens his hand, then drives it straight through this target area, much like Mark Roth did years ago, except Monacelli has more of what we call a modern release, where the ball rolls out, the two tripped out to four, and he's off to a great start.
And sleeper 8 on the left lane, Amleto Monacelli.
From low angle, you see a shot we've seen a number of times today. The ball just barely sliding by the head pin, leaving the 2-8. Third time we've seen that today. And the championship pair setting them up. Basically, the left-hand lane 11 hangs a little bit more than the right-hand lane, and with synthetic lanes, the ball reacts a little bit more to the oil and a little bit more to the dry. Sets up that type of shot.
Nicely done, Amleto Monacelli, the 32-year-old. Player of the year, back-to-back 89 and 90.
Pete Weber just playing an ideal shot. He's playing where he slides about in this area. He's going right about between the second and third arrows, driving it right into this zone. Now you can see on the right-hand lane, he'll be more around the second arrow on the tighter lane.
Weber now with that double. Takes a 10-pin lead here in the second match. If you just joined us, he won the first game against Kelly Kaufman, 215 to 188.
Now we saw Weber just inside the third arrow on the right-hand lane. Now as he comes up on the left-hand lane, he has a slight edge in the match. He's relaxed from a match win over Kelly Kaufman. Plus, he's made the adjustment on this lane. He'll either go with a little less speed, a little bit more turn, and a little more angle outside.
3 in a row. Tomorrow here on ABC, the pursuit of hockey's ultimate goal begins. That's right, the Stanley Cup playoffs get underway with live regional coverage beginning at 1 Eastern, 12 noon Central and Pacific. Then, IndyCar's best take to the streets of Southern California for the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach. All tomorrow right here on ABC Sports. And we are in Canada. A 2.
Amleto with a big step over in the second to last step. Watch this. Here it is. At perfect. He steps too far to the left, gets the ball inside of his target, stays in that higher oil concentration in the center of the lane, and slides by the head pin. The 2-pin seems like the pin of choice when you miss, and they're missing mostly to the right today. Monacelli, he's playing an angle pretty deep on the right-hand lane, right around the third arrow. On the left-hand lane, I believe he's going to try to make a move a little bit more between the second and third arrows, or reduce his speed. That's either one will work on the synthetic lanes. Let's see what happens. He needs to hit this lane to get back in contention.
All right. This is our second game of the IOF Foresters. You know, while visiting Toronto's Hockey Hall of Fame, a familiar personality called Wayne Gretzky's 50th goal.
Rangers live, Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton. Barber's got it. Barber clears to Clark. Clark to Anderson. He centers it to Gretzky. Gretzky. He's going down the center ice. It's an empty netter. 50 goals in 39 games for that great one. Awesome, baby. It's beautiful. The place is going crazy. Oh.
We look forward to the General Tire Tournament of Champions 1 week from today, right here on ABC Live.
George Branham, the defending champion. So far here in game 2, Pete Weber perfect through 3, leads Amleto Monacelli by 21.
Okay, here's a man in Wellesley, Ontario, made 218 ringers out of a possible 236, Walter A. Williams, Jr.
Thanks, Chris. With me is Marshall. Marshall, you've been a hell of a bowler all these years, and now you're getting ready to go out there and make a TV appearance. How's it going to go?
Well, I'm feeling very confident, Walter. You know, it's been a long time, and it was such a thrill to make the top 5. I feel real loose.
I watched you last night. You look like the old Marshall. He's going to be tough.
Thanks.
2 and 3 of the many reasons that I'm proud to be a part of this series, Bo. Wonderful people.
And wonderful talents.
Oh,
Pete Weber off to a great start. Has put the squeeze on 2-time bowler of the year, Amleto Monacelli. Monacelli trailing by 41. Mandatory he throws some strikes. 5th frame.
all right, that's a double and very important for Amleto Monacelli, whose wife, Teresa, and sister, Angela, are building a home for Teresa and Amleto. Teresa, the architect, Angela, the engineer. Be done in about a month.
Supposed to be beautiful. Now 2 great bowlers, great abilities, have studied the game, armed with great equipment at the zenith of their careers. Neither one of these men will falter. Right now, Monacelli needs a strike to cut Weber's lead to 21. Seriously sensitive to the dry. That's the way the players will call it. You see the shot of Amleto Monacelli. He's moved farther out here on the left-hand lane. You see him crossing closer to the second arrow, gets it out to the dry part of the lane, which is approximately 41 feet down the surface from the foul line. It takes that big break. He's lucky to get away from the split, has the 3-6 spare.
Great form, fine follow-through. But Amleto Monacelli here in the second game is going against Pete Weber, who has 5 in a row. Frame number 6.